My name is Shirley Pham and I'm a student from Australia. I'm currently in my third and final year of my Bachelor of Science degree at the University of Melbourne. This summer, I decided to spend 5 weeks in a foreign country to teach kids English. This is my story. So first of all, you're probably wondering, why did I decide to give up my time and energy to go to a foreign country to teach elementary kids English as well as share with them my Australian culture? To be frank, it's because I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to spend another of my university vacations at home doing nothing. I wanted to go out of my comfort zone, and at the same time, I wanted to do something worthwhile. So I figured, hey, why not go on an international volunteer experience? So I had two main motivations for deciding to go on this experience, this adventure, and I want to share with you them now. So my first reason for going on exchange is to challenge myself. I have never been overseas by myself before, yet alone for an extended period of time. I have never been to Taiwan before, and I can't speak any Chinese at all, so it's safe to say that going to Taiwan was definitely a challenge for me. Not only was I physically challenged with language barriers, but I was also challenged by a new way of living life. By spending a significant amount of my time in one place, working with the locals on a daily basis, I was able to fully immerse myself in the culture, at the same time develop an understanding of the issues that my local community here faced. In that sense, I became a global citizen. Not only was I challenged physically, but I was also challenged mentally. Every day, I was exposed to new ideas, new customs, new traditions, and it's safe to say that it really challenged the way I view things in life. It's safe to say, I can now say without a doubt that after my experience here in Taiwan, I have become more wise, more globally aware, and more open-minded in the way I view things. My second main reason for going on exchange was to learn. Volunteering overseas is a unique experience to each and every single individual, and that's because you are presented with many opportunities to not only professionally develop yourself, but also personally develop yourself. For example, I gained many practical skills, such as public speaking, as well as learning how to manage children of different ages. In the future, my dream job is to become a pediatrician, which is a doctor that specializes and works with children. By being able to inspire, interact, and engage children on a daily basis has really proven to me how much joy it brings me, and it clarified my life goals, and now I know for sure that this is something that I want to continue doing in the future. You also learn a lot about yourself, about who you are and the sort of person you want to be. I have been so blown away by the hospitality that the Taiwanese people have shown me here, and it's really caused me to reflect on the sort of character and the sort of personality that I have. I find that whenever I do something, I am very conscious about my actions and my words because I'm trying every day to be more compassionate, more selfless, and more loving like the Taiwanese people I've met here. You also learn how to overcome obstacles, adversities, and challenges. For example, not being able to speak Chinese at all and having that language barrier has been very difficult for me, but I learned that words are not the only way to communicate. I have learned that body language is just as powerful. You also learn what it's like to be part of a community, and you learn about the people and the issues that community face. You also learn about your responsibility and your role and how you can contribute to solving problems on a day-to-day basis. You also learn about the value of time, how important it is to make each and every single moment count. You also learn about the impact that you have on those around you and how that can create ripples to impact people even more. And you also learn that you can make a difference, and no matter how big or small that difference is, it is a difference. So, after my 5 weeks here, I didn't really expect much besides just giving up my vacation to teach kids English, but surprisingly, there was a lot more. I was able to give back to society, and I have found that it is an incredibly rewarding experience to do good by others without expecting anything in return. I realized that altruistic actions have helped me to embrace the world and myself. Many of the skills that I've learned here has been practical, and that along with spiritual learnings can contribute to a long-term change. For example, one of the things that I've learned here and something that I have grown to value is the international exchange of ideas. By coming here, I have been able to bring an Australian perspective, an Australian idea to discussions and conversations here. I have been able to introduce and suggest different ideas and concepts to the Taiwanese people here to inspire them and maybe help them change how they do things here. But at the same time, I've learned a lot from the people and the conversations that I've had here. And I can do the same. I can bring back what I've learned here, back to Australia, and teach others what I've learned. Altruistic actions have also taught me to embrace myself. Going overseas gives you the unique opportunity to reflect on your circumstances as well as your current situation. I feel really privileged to be able to be given this opportunity because it grounds me. It has reminded me and helped me realize that I am really lucky and privileged to be where I am today. By working with teachers, adults, and parents on a day-to-day basis, I'm reminded of the struggles that they go through every single day to give their children a quality education. Therefore, I feel really privileged and honored to be able to be given the opportunity to enrich their children's education by motivating them to learn a new language and hopefully inspiring them to one day be travelers and become global citizens in the future. I realized that after working with children every single day and seeing their smiles on their faces, that this is something that I want to continue doing. And I know that when I go back to Australia, I'm going to make the effort to make sure that I can continue to impact children around me back home. I can safely say that I am on my way of becoming a global citizen, someone who is consciously aware of the issues that our world face and is willing to be socially responsible for them. So now you're probably wondering, how is this possible? How can I too go on an international exchange? So for me, the process was streamlined and easy, and that's because I was lucky enough to be supported by my academic institution. So the best platform to go on an international exchange is through your academic institutions. This is because they are able to recognize the benefits of cultural sharing, global awareness as well, and they also understand the power of international collaboration. For an exchange to be successful, it's important to have good relationships between the receiving and the sending universities or institutions. For example, I went on a program that was organized by a student association called ISEC. Now, ISEC is the world's youth leading organization that focuses on leadership development, and they do this through international exchange. So after applying, the entire process was extremely easy for me, and I'm pretty sure that your university probably has ISEC too. In summary, what makes an international exchange a success is having the right and good relationships between academic institutions, universities, student associations, host families, as well as the exchange participant themselves. It's also really important to have the right mindset, expectations. It's also really important for the person volunteering overseas to have the right motivations, mindset, and expectations. So, I hope you learned a lot from my presentation, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me. But before I leave, I want to ask you one simple question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? I know that right now, in your current situation, you're probably feeling very comfortable, but when was the last time you really challenged yourself? If you think about it, everyone has special skills and attributes, so why not take your skills and strengths to benefit others? You have the power to make a difference, so be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you.